Hello, and welcome to Accounting 101. This module will cover the basics of accounting. This is part 2 of 2 parts. In this lesson, we will cover the second part of the income statement. In this, we will look at expenses and how to calculate them, and net profit and how to calculate it. Now, let's look at expenses. Expenses are all money spent that is not included in cost of material for the business. Again, that is money spent on the business, not on materials. Expenses include wages. Wages are money paid to employees or workers, such as the batik sewers or Vita, or the batik makers. It also includes equipment. This is money spent on equipment such as sewing machines. Expenses also include utilities. This is money spent on water or electricity to run the business. Expenses also include transport. Transport is money spent to transport the goods to the market to be sold. It also includes repairs. Repair is money spent to repair the equipment. It also includes marketing. Marketing is money spent to market the business. And lastly, it includes other expenses. All expenses that are not included in the other 6 categories. Now, let's look at an example. If, in the last period, the batik business spent 100 Ghanaian cedi on wages, 50 Ghanaian cedi on equipment, and 10 Ghanaian cedi on repairs, then, in that period, the batik business spent 160 Ghanaian cedis as total expenses. Now, let's look at the net profit. The net profit is the value left over from the gross profit after the expenses have been removed. So, to calculate net profit, we first take gross profit, which, in the first part of this module, we learned is revenue minus cost of materials. And we subtract expenses, which we learned is all money spent, not included in the cost of materials. Using the numbers from our previous example of 500 as our gross profit and 160 Ghanaian cedi as our total expense, then we can find that the net profit is 340 Ghanaian cedis. Now, as a review, let's look at the income statement and all of the elements we learned from the income statement to put it together. The first part we learned was the revenue. The revenue is equal to total money earned. Next, we looked at the cost of materials. The cost of materials is the total money spent on the materials that will be used to make products. We then calculated the gross profit. The gross profit is equal to what is left over from the revenue once the cost of materials have been removed. We then looked at the expenses. The expenses is the total money used for the business not included in the cost of materials. Finally, we use the gross profit and the expenses to calculate the net profit, because the net profit is what is left of the gross profit once expenses have been removed. This is the end of Accounting Module 101. Thank you for listening.